very good evening and welcome to Glamour Live. I am Molife Kumona, the online editor for Glamour Magazine South Africa. Thank you so much for joining us today for yet another exciting live. Today we're talking to South African radio personality, reality show star, television personality, as well as philanthropist, Lethabo Lejoy Matato. She's Lethabo Lejoy Matato, sorry for that. She's going to be joining us just now. We're just waiting for a few people to just join our live, then we can start. Please do send through questions for Lethabo, and we can have a really cool live. Just fixing my lights here. Okay, fine. That looks perfect. Thank you so much for joining us. Let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me clearly, as we're just going to be connecting with Lethabo now. Lethabo.
Hello.
Hey, how are
Hi.
you?
I'm good. How are
How's it
you
going?
doing?
I'm all right, thanks. I'm good, good, good.
Yeah.
Can you hear me clearly? Can you see me clearly? I can see you clearly. I can hear you clearly.
I see you. I hear you. So I'm good.
Cool, cool. You look amazing as always. So this is not new. This is not new.
I think I got the memo. The memo was glam, honey. The category was glam.
Ah,
So I had to deliver.
cool, cool. So you know the funniest thing, right? The funniest thing is when I posted you on my Insta page and I posted you on my WhatsApp story, a lot
Yeah.
of people are like, "Oh my gosh, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be drama." I'm like, drama, 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 drama. When you hear stuff like that, what do you think? What do you think?
I would like to believe that I am dramatic. I think I've made peace with that. I mean, look at my lashes. They're already like saying something to you. So I've made peace with the fact that it's not really drama, but I would say because I am loud, I've got a loud voice. And when I
Uh-huh.
express myself, I've got like this passion in the way I speak and in how I express myself. So already that brings a lot of attention. And normally
Mm.
people get that as being dramatic. But yeah, so I'm cool with that. We can just go with it. It's fine.
Cool, cool.
Yeah.
So you were trending last night for Real Housewives. So and I was just thinking about this. So you trended the first time when it was on the other channel. So now it's on the on
The
Mozambique
other
Magic,
one,
I think.
161, yeah.
Um, so when you started trending initially, when you joined the show, how did
Yeah.
that make you feel? And did you watch
Uh,
some of the trends, like what people were saying?
I did. I had to.
Mm,
And not because I wanted to take in what they were saying, but it was
mm,
more about knowing if what I wanted to achieve, I've achieved. And clearly, for me
mm,
to be trending, it was
mm,
basically that I have achieved it because all I ever wanted was just for people to know my name. And it was whether you're
mm,
gonna be on the liking part or the other side.
mm.
It was like as long as you can say my name in full, I'm happy.
Ah, ah.
Yeah.
And the LeJoy part, where does it come from?
Lejoy is Lethabo. LE, then Joy.
Ah,
Remember Lethabo is just
oh,
LE.
let's have
Yeah,
yes.
so I just played around it, but it came, many years ago when I was still on
Ah,
radio. Then
mm,
I decided, how do I now, just I can't just be Tabo, man. How do I
mm,
spice it up?
mm,
How do I
mm,
make it nice?
ah,
And at the time, I was working with Skumbuzo Mbata, and we were
mm,
on Capricorn FM. And
mm,
we decided, okay, Joy sounds better. So we both decided,
mm,
let's twist it this way. It sounds a little bit of French when you say Lejoy,
mm,
So we said,
uh-huh.
okay, let's take it, let's run with it. And from there, then I'm Lejoy.
Ah.
Yeah.
So we are on day 49 of lockdown. I think it's day 49. How has the lockdown been for you? I mean, you look amazing, so people would
Yeah.
think you're not in lockdown, but how has the lockdown been for you?
I think now it's since we're in level 4, it's a bit easier because we are shooting, so I'm back on production. So I go to work on other days. But even before then, when we're still on level 5, I think for some reason I think it did me some good. I don't want to lie. I got to experience certain things that normally you would ignore, and you don't ignore because you're ignoring them, but because of your day to day, your up and down, and your commitments. It just like you are not even aware of certain things. And I got to do something that I'm really, really, really proud of. I would usually just record my thoughts because I thought I hate writing. You know, I would record my thoughts. Like if I have an idea, I will put it on record. I will speak and just record myself. So I've got ideas, but they are like recorded. So now during the lockdown, I realized that, you know, actually writing is not a bad thing. So I started writing.
So there are people who say they want to ask questions. So guys, if you want to ask questions, go to that question mark, put your question in there, and I'll click through, and then I'll look for those questions, because sometimes they go up really fast. So let's just before I speak about your journey, I want us to speak about the Real Housewives. Looking back at the journey of the Real Housewives. So first of all, why did you agree to be part of it?
I think I agreed because I know I'm an entertainer I think I'm born with it, right? I've been in the entertainment industry ever since. I know nothing except for that. I'm not that one who said I studied law first. No, I've always been doing this, you know? And I studied journalism and take up broadcasting. So it was radio and TV. I've done shows on TV that people see, and I've produced them before they even got to know me. I worked with the other channel, and I did some shows there where I was a producer, and I was on radio. So when they said TV, it wasn't new because I had a talk show on another channel. It wasn't that big of a channel, but I had a talk show. So, and that I was producing as well. So when Housewives came, I was like, it's a bigger platform on doing what I love, you know, on what I know I love. And the most amazing part about Housewives is that there's no script. Like, you have to think now, just do it now, and everything is like right now. You can't say, okay, pause, I need to think about it, I need to see what I do. So it was like literally I just had to be me. If I'm loud, I'm loud. I just forgot about any other thing of the rules of saying you need to do it. So it became a very beautiful experience because we always hear reality, and I know people will say it's scripted, you guys are acting. Trust when I say no, it's not. We are not scripted. We invite each other. If I don't want to invite you, then you don't come. I'm okay with it, and I'm happy with it. And so that's how it is, you know. And I just found it very different from what I've been doing. I mean, from being in front of the camera with a script and with producers telling you how to do it. Now you get there and they say, let's see what you do when you wake up. You know, it's like your real life. You do. If you are going to cook, no one is helping you cook. Let's see, and you're cooking on camera. So it's just getting to know who you can be when the world is watching, basically. Yeah.
But what was the hardest thing about being part of that? And what was the hardest thing, and what was the most fun? What did you love the most about being part of the show?
I think, honestly, the most fun part of it was and I know people do not understand, they'll never understand this, but I got to really understand my strength. I knew I had presence, I knew I had strength, but I really understood like how far I can actually go with myself. It actually I actually, for the first time, I think I would say not even the sky is the limit, you know. You can do it when you believe it, when you like, you can, Lethabo, you can. And we always say that, and we say it like, no, you can, and we write it down as if it's we take it light. And I got to a point where you can became a reality, and I think that was the most beautiful thing about it. And the hardest part about it is that there are days where you don't feel like shooting. There are days, you know, when you wake up and you just don't feel like seeing anyone. And the cameras are there. Then what do you do? We want you in that mood. We want you not feeling like us. And you're like, guess I signed my life away. You know, guess this is what I signed for. Yeah. So that was the hard part of it. On the days where you don't feel like it.
And there's a question here that I had is from Madi. Let's see, Madi Karen, who's saying, "Who are you still talking to from the Real Housewives of Joburg? Who are you still talking to?"
I'm friends with Ms. Mops. We spoke even today. we speak a lot. We talk. We friends. Before the lockdown, we would even see each other all the time. So we are besties in that regard. We still talk like daily, and yeah.
So, and I know you started out in 2006 on radio. So
Yes.
you've pretty much been in entertainment for the past almost 15 years.
Yes.
So taking us through then and now, what would you say are some of the things you have learned along the journey? Because a lot of people look up to you. What would you say are some of the things you've learned that you can tell the people who watch you and who look up to you?
I want people to know that, you know, you don't sleep today and tomorrow it's all done and you get everything. You work at it, and it's about basically polishing the craft before the opportunity arises. I know people who just think our industry it's easy. It's not in all ways. It's not at all. I think you know the industry how it is. It's about you are only current at a time when you are there. The question is, after this part, then what happens? It's being on radio. You are only current in that 3 hours. After that, then what do you do? So the entertainment industry as a whole, it's not what people see it to be. I'll give you an example. Normally, when a child goes to a parent and they say, "No, I wanna do an entertainment," let me just say, whether music or drama or whatever, they'll say, "Hi, you can do that part time." It's seen as a hobby most of the time. So now I decide I never had another alternative. You know, I never wanted to be. No, my mom will tell you, I never had my child wanted to be a doctor or nothing, none whatsoever. All I said to my mom is, I want to be Sarafina, and that's it. I want to be Justice Ramotula and Mapaseka Makoti, and that's it. And that was it. And I'm glad that my mom allowed me to do that. So now it was the love of it that kept me, and knowing that it's one step at the time. So me being on Jacaranda FM and doing the news at the time in 2006, I knew that was the foundation. The problem with people is that they do not understand the foundation phase and the roof phase. You know, you want to start and roof immediately. It doesn't work like that. You have to work it out until you get to that level. But if you're gonna look at Mamang and start comparing yourself, you can't. You know, it doesn't work, and that's the problem most of the time. So when you are in that midst of your foundation, perfect the plan, perfect knowing where you're going, perfect knowing that should the opportunity come today, am I ready? Because most of the time, it's not even about you not having the talent. You do, but you're just not polished at that time to can handle the stage you are given. You are talented, but the stage might be big enough for you, you know? So what I learned throughout is like, at a good time, it will happen. All I gotta do right now is I'm still waiting for that good time is to work on me. Make sure it's gonna be worthy of the opportunity when it comes. That was it. Yeah.
And a couple of people are asking here, will you sign up to season 3 of The Real Housewives? Would you sign up to it?
I knew that question was gonna come. I get it all the time. Oh, Lethabo, please come back to season 3. Guys, come on, allow me a little bit of secrets here, like surprises. You know, surprises. I don't know. I don't know.
But is it something you'd be interested in, though? Would you be like, okay, or are you like, for now, I'm
to be honest with you, Molife, is that I don't think my job is done. So let's just say that.
So, and when you told your mom, right, that you wanted to get into the entertainment industry, and you've always said that your mom, Anna, is your strength. What did she say? And looking at where you were then and what you've achieved now, how does she feel?
I sometimes even ask myself if my mom understands who I am and what people actually see me as, because I'll just still get home and she will still call me Loli and she will say Tosha Putakwa and do that. I'm like, oh, mama, you know, and I don't think she sees all of that. I think she does, but in a different light, you know. She doesn't see it this way. And I'll tell you why. It's simply because Nale and I, we went through all these things together. And I'll say this. When I was still dreaming of being a newsreader, I would take a newspaper, read it to my mom, practicing to my mom. I would perform in the house, every little thing to her. So for her, it's more like all these things that I've been doing, the world get to see. But she saw everything before, you know. So she will tell me she loves me, she's proud of me, and sometimes I think at first she cried, and I understood that she just didn't know what to say and speechless, and she was just like, you continue to do this thing, and you must just know that I'm behind you. So she really know it, but she doesn't want to show me that she knows it. I think yeah.
I get you. Let me just look at some questions. Yeah, I've got some questions, but I need to make sure that we are answering some of your fans' questions. I saw a couple of questions. Oh yes, Beast.boyw is asking your favorite motto.
My favorite
Motto, like something you live by.
It's actually my code, and I say what you feed grows. So whatever that you do, your habits daily, it's you cannot dream of being something else and do other things. And your daily routines tells you of where you're gonna go. If you know very well of what you want to achieve, you need to make sure that there's a certain percentage of time that you give into that dream daily. If you are dreaming of having this big business, you are still working somewhere else. The question is, do you even make time to go through your paperwork of what you are planning with whatever you want? So I'm saying what you feed grows. That's it.
Yeah.
So I keep it in my head to a point where I also go through that to say, but what did I do to contribute to that thing that I have? You know, today, it's been 3 days, it's been 4 days. What am I doing with that thing? How far are we in the top? So yeah.
And there is Hodo.Pile is asking, do you have any regrets?
I wouldn't say regrets, and I'll tell you why. I believe that everything that has happened has brought me here. If it has been a different path, I wouldn't know the pain. I wouldn't know the everything. You know, you when I'll give you an example. When you are going to make a cake, there's so much that comes raw, and it all comes together to come and be this beautiful cake. And that is why I always have a problem with people who say, no, but you can't be like this. And I'm like, guys, I'm a 5 rand coin. I have both sides. You know, I can be this beautiful, amazing charity going and da person. But at the same time, I still have my flaws. And if I have done something in my past, that doesn't mean I don't have value. I'm still that thing that has value. I'm just bringing all these things together, and they make me to be who I am. So that's the thing. I don't really have regrets, but I have things that I will look at and say, next time I'll do it differently. But I know that it's because of that I'm here today.
Yeah. So, and I was thinking about this earlier. Being this public personality that you are, what do you think is one of the biggest misconceptions about you?
That it's all about me. Oh, the industry.
No, about you in particular, Lethabo.
About me, I think people really believe that I am such a bully, and I think they do, and I'm running with it. It's fine. It eliminates a lot of things. Trust. It eliminates a hell lot of things, because when they come to me they think first, you know, it eliminates a lot of things. So, but to be honest, I'm such a softie. Like it's insane how soft I am, but they mustn't try me at the same time. Guys, don't come for me. But I am really a softie. I think that goes, like I have passion for people, and I think that's where the Joy Foundation came about. You know, I'm one to say I cannot do this and enjoy when not having certain things if I can help, you know. Of course you cannot help everyone, but it's more like I want to do this. And the fact that I've started the Joy Foundation before I could even register, long back in the days, we would go, I would get my friends by the doctor, I'll get my friends, guys, let's gather together, let's donate this, and spend the day there. So that has been who I am. I remember at some point back in the days, me and my mom had a huge fight because what I did, I took my last money, I went and bought veggies, and I took them to the shelter, and we didn't have food at home. And I was happy. They were angry. They go like, how? But Minesham, I slept. That night, I slept very peacefully. Yeah. So I know that it's something that, it's my day to day. There's nothing I can do about it. It's in me, and all I have to do is just to deliver. It's my calling.
And I was about to ask you what Lejoy Foundation is about. So if you can just tell us a bit about Lejoy Foundation and why you started it. You touched on it briefly, but yeah.
It's basically how I started. It was just to just put someone at ease for that time. And it was more like I would donate food parcels to people that I know that they're really struggling. I would take sanitary towels to schools around Limpopo. I would go and do motivations. So that's how it started before I could even register. So the registration of it was more like, I can do this on a bigger platform, you know, instead of helping like 5 people, maybe I can increase the number to 20 and do better. So that's how it came about. But at the end of it all, what I see with Lejoy Foundation, I need to have an art school. I want the kids in the township to know how to play violin. I want the kids in the townships to know how to do ballet. I never got a chance. Who's doing those things? Only the kids in the suburbs, you know. And I have this hunger to say, my people cannot just be limited to netball and soccer. Let's address that, you know. And not everyone will be in class, but what other talents do they have? We don't know, because they don't have those opportunities. So if he's not good at soccer, he's not good in school, where do you think this child will be? But what you don't know is that that's what I keyboard to this child. It will just make everything come to a standstill. So those are the kind of things that I'm interested in. I'm interested in seeing the Joy Foundation doing bigger to that level.
But Peter _Mo is asking, what motivation do you have for a student who is trying to start a business?
Look, it depends what business you are in, and I usually say, do people get to understand the type of business? Or I give mavumazonge, you know, I cater, I clean, I do. Like, are you doing them all? Can you really do them all? What are you good at? Where is your heart at? Do you really understand the nature of the business? Did you volunteer somewhere where they do something similar and you see and you get into the real business of it? Because I realized that a lot of people, they dream, but they never got to really say, okay, let me get into that room and just test it, you know. And which is what I did. Not during my days. I worked at the radio station, community. I worked at the community radio station. And it wasn't because I was doubting what I wanted, but I was like, you know what? If I want this thing bad, let me see. Before I can actually get to the real one, let me see how it goes. And trust when I say I was never late, I made sure I delivered there where I wasn't getting paid, to make sure that I understand and to see that this thing grows, you know. And most of the time, to tell you the truth, that's how I've started with many things. I will volunteer my time. I'm not scared to say, hi, Molife, look, I know you're doing this and this. How about I share? How about I do this? How about I do that? You know, and give my time to it. And trust me, most of the opportunities I got, it was through that.
Sylvia 5748 is saying, what keeps you going even at your hardest and most challenging moments?
It's knowing that the only person who's going to save me and who's going to take me out of anything that I'm in, it's me. I don't expect anyone to save me. No. But that's the thing. The problem is we expect people. I always see myself as the last person to save me. Like, okay, fine. We are hurt. We are going through a lot. Let's take a break. But we cannot take a break forever. Like, you are the only person who can save you. You are the only person who can take you out of this. So that's what happens. I do have my moments of crying. I don't want to see anyone on that day. I want to just chill, watch TV and forget about every little thing. Put my phone on silence and not do anything. But that will not be forever. Let it not be more than 3 days. Because now you are delaying even the process of healing. You are delaying the process of getting back to what you need to do and get to. And guess what? Who's going to fix it? Me. I got myself into this mess. I'm going to fix it. If I didn't get myself into this mess, am I going to stay into something that someone started? Oh, hell to the no. Get up and get out of that mess that you did not start. So that's what drives me to say, okay, you are the only savior here. Jesus. So basically, that's how I roll.
So speaking of mess, what's the worst mess you've ever gotten yourself into? If you can remember, like the worst, if you think about like that one was just a lot, and how did you get out of it?
Wow, I think my radio journey at some point, I felt like, you know what, maybe it's not worth it. You know, you get to, sometimes you get to love something so bad, you love it so bad that you just don't want anything or anyone to say or touch it in another way. And I think my ups and downs had radio at some point. I was like, you know what, maybe I should leave this thing, you know, maybe I should get out. And usually when I feel like that, I will just take 2 weeks leave and see what's happening. Trust me, a week will be enough. I'll be like, I want to go back. I really want to go back, because I realized this was something that I loved, but it had really built my character. It had really sharpened me. It was a bit messy at some point where you would just want to give up and say, this is a lot. I cannot. A person shouldn't go through this for what they love. No. You know, I felt like at some point I was loving it and it wasn't loving me back. Yeah.
Why is that?
I think simply because, you know, we work with people, and in your journey, there are people who will not believe in what you say you are. I always say it's like when you dream and you tell people about your dream, they don't see it. You know, you have to make it tangible for them to believe it. So usually it will be like that, where people do not see and understand this me, and they will say I'm dramatic, I'm diva, you know, but it was because of the vision and the passion that I wanted at the time, and what I believed should be and what I believed should work. And so it will be like, why do I even bother? Why do I even have to do this? Maybe I should just let it go. But when something is meant for you, like I usually say, when you are born for it, it becomes hard to do it. Yeah.
But how are you, because as I was preparing for the interview, I even Googled you. How are you this popular and yet also your private life is not so known? How did you manage to get that right?
I think even my mom will like to sit down and ask me, Lethabo, when are we meeting a person? And I'll tell you, I think I come from a very religious background, whereby with my granny, you can't just bring any boy home, whether you were my friend or whatever, you can't. So with that, for me, and how even other people, like everyone at home, I never saw my aunt like with a guy at home. You know, it never happened. She got married, and that like, so this is how it's done. I never saw my uncle bringing a woman at home. So it was like, how do I do this? So everything, when it comes to that, you keep it and you announce it at the right time at home. So I think it was because of that made me to be able to do it that way. I know people are like, we want to know. And I'm like, I just don't. I feel I mustn't be Lethabo wa Molife. Kinyoko ba Lethabo Mathato and do what Lethabo does. Akinyako ba Lethabo wa Mama. Can you know me for what I do? And the time when I introduce that person, I'll be in a space where I know it's genuine, it's real, and my family have met him first. I feel I will not introduce anyone to the nation before my mom knows, before they got to know what I'm doing with this person. And it's about visions, man. You get into a relationship and somewhere along the line you realize that, hey, vision, boss, you know, I'm that person who's saying, okay, fine, bona, are go stressan. So ya go is so ya ka tsamaya so tshwara problem ya ka nna ke tshware Jameson ya ka, and it's fine. It's okay, because now you spend a lot of time giving into something that is dead. I don't do that. I don't raise things from the dead. I don't have those powers. So if we don't, I'm telling you, I don't have those powers. If we don't agree on simple basic things, then we won't get far. I have this thing, there are so many questions I ask. You can lie to me, it's fine, but lies don't stick forever. You know, stuff like that. So I'm that person who's like, as much as you see that I'm genuine, I'm outspoken, I will ask those questions, important things. But if I feel, my heart is not, I will leave. And I don't want people who love the limelight. We cannot compete for the light and the stage. Oh hell, no, do not. If you like the limelight, honey, let it come to you. I will even hold it for you, but you will not come into my house.
What's your favorite color? What's your favorite color?
Really? Did you have to ask that? I mean,
yes, someone is asking that. What's your
I love pink. I have an attachment with pink, although I try most of the time to run away from it. For the sense of it's too pinky, it's expected. She's a girl, she will love pink. But I have a certain attachment with pink. I realize this because when I get into a store and I see something pink, it's the first thing I notice. Like, oh,
that you go to.
I might not even buy it, but I will be drawn to that color quickly. So I think I do, I must admit. And yeah, I love pink, but I'm trying to run away from it.
And you also love glass in your house, because I know we did a house tour for House and Garden, and you talked about how you love glass. Tell me about where did that come from?
It has to break, honey. That means you have to take care of it. It means you have to take it. You can't have glass and be careless. Now, you cannot have glass and be careless. And the thing about glass is that once even it does, you see it quickly. So that's how transparent, and that's how, you know, so it gives this sense of purity. It gives this sense of everything take care of. It gives this sense of that. So I think for me, that's why I love glass. Anything that is like glass, oh, come to me, come. And maybe
so I'm just,
you know, we don't know.
Okay, so someone is asking here, I'm just looking at some questions that I got earlier. What matters the most to you?
My family and my job. I can lose everything. I will be able to rebuild. I come from nothing, so trust me, this is my road. I will know how to come back to it. I will still know. Let me lose it. I'll come back. I'll come back. Let me go cry, wipe my tears, put on the lipstick again, and I will get myself here. But I feel like losing family is something that you can't replace. You know, you can't. I will never find my brother anywhere else. I will never find my little sister anywhere else. I'll never find my granny. She prays for me like every minute. The minute you get in, by the time you leave, the prayers are like, whoo, where are you gonna find that? You know. So with everything else, you can replace it. But those are the things that you can never, ever, ever replace. So my family comes first. My family is yeah.
So what would you say? So 3 things you're most proud about professionally. What are the 3 achievements you're most proud about in your professional life?
In my professional life, I think the Joy Foundation, I have much bigger plans. I'm glad I started. So I see where we're going, but I'm glad I started. So I'm very, very happy with that. And one of the other things that I am so happy about is the fact that I got time to do my own talk show and produce my own. I dreamt of those moments. I remember when I was doing matric and we're in class and we're just having a conversation with one of our teachers, and they asked me, what do I want to do? And I said, I want to have a talk show. I want to be your next Oprah. I want to do this. And the whole class laughed. And the teacher said to me, no, man, bloody jokes. We are serious here, Lethabo. What do you really want to do? And I'm like, oh, I just asked her. I want to be on TV. I want to have a talk show. I want to, you know. So I think that was a big moment. And not only to be a presenter, but to also produce that. And when we talk of production, I also produce on SABC2, So those are moments that nobody can ever take away. And when you look at them, you're like, this wasn't me, actually. It was just the mercy of God, you know? Because all by myself, I wouldn't even know how I got there. Yes, maybe I am smart, but trust you me, this is just mercy. It's just God's grace saying, I can give you the platform, you know? And to be honest, you said 3, ne? Where am I now? 2?
3. You're number 2, yes.
Okay. How do I know? Okay, radio and TV is one thing. Radio and it's one thing. So, but I believe that next time when you ask me this with the plans I have, it will be a very different story. But so far, those ones.
Then let me just see the name of the person who just asked. MZIKBBY is saying, will there be more episodes of Talk to Me? Will you have new episodes of Talk to Me?
People are asking to reveal. Okay, Talk to Me. I've done season 1 and season 2. That's the name. That's the talk show. It's done. I'm done shooting season 2 with them, and because of other things that people are gonna see very soon, I had to pause on that and say, give me time to see these other things. I've got something. Yeah, that is coming, and we are busy with it. I think we are on level 4, so we are shooting again now. So there's something else, not Housewives, that is coming, and yeah. So I've paused on that to focus on the other new journey that we have. Yeah.
Okay. And in terms of your style, so someone was asking here, where do you get your fashion sense? Where do you get your sense of style?
You know, I think it's from my mom, and I'll tell you why. At the age when I was turning 1, ne, I had this big red dress, and I was wearing red shades.
Red dress, turning 1.
I was turning 1. This big red dress, and with shades on, and they were red. And I looked at that, and I'm like, okay, Mama, this was the injection of who I am today. Now I understand how you know, you like literally injected me with this fashion thing and being dramatic when it comes to clothes and stuff like that. But I think my mom also plays a big role. But honestly, I'm inspired also by Queen Victoria. Oh, honey. So I get to Google a lot when it comes to fashion. Like, I think I spend much time on, I read a book, Fashion Babylon. So I'm like, I'm invested in this thing. I think yeah, I'm really invested. So I even read books. I watch movies about big names that have made it in the fashion industry, how they started their life, their personal life, how they got to where they are, the movies, you know. So yeah, I'm really, like, my nails are in it.
So do you get into fashion? Would you have your own label? Is that something that you would like to do?
Watch the space.
It
wouldn't hurt. Come to think of it, it wouldn't hurt. Yeah. So but yeah, I am actually just looking into it, but I want to do it right. You know, I don't like things that are very close to my heart. So if I'm going to do it, I really need to do it right. There's no pressure. I'm not competing with anyone. Take your time. When you deliver, let the delivery be good enough for people to actually feel your spirit and feel the love that you've made it with.
Yeah. And in terms of, so if you're going to give like 5 style tips, so what would you say 5 style tips according to Lethabo Lejoy? What would those be for people who love your style, who follow you? What would those be?
The first thing that you need to know when you buy whatever that you want in a store, just because it's on a mannequin doesn't mean it will look good on you, you know? And people, it looks good on a mannequin. You don't have a mannequin body, honey. I know my flaws when it's my body. And trust you me, there are things that I look at, I'm like, damn, that is so beautiful. But I know I'll never even try that thing. So I think the first thing is understanding your body type. First and foremost. That will, if you get that right, then you are in the right track. 2, it's understanding the fact that there are certain colors that you need to stay away from.
But what colors do you stay away from? Because you wear almost, what colors do you stay away from?
I wear almost everything.
Yeah, I see you in different colors.
I think I haven't seen myself wearing yellow a lot. I don't know. Okay. I feel like because of my hair, it's might not look, the shades might not, but it's still a thought. Maybe I should try it and see how it works. But people will see when it's perfect. If it's not, you'll never see me in it. I think because of this. Because now people think you just dress up in a wiki. No, honey, it's a whole look. It's from hair and look. So when you think, and hence some people will wear something, and you will know that with this dress, it's a lot here. It needs a bopunyana, you know. You can't just put a from hair when you have a lot of shoulders and you have a lot. So it's those things that you need to speak to say, okay, I have this big dress that is having a statement. How should my hair look? Okay, let's put it back, slick, done. How's the face gonna be like? You know, stuff like that. So those are the things that people need to take into, especially if you really want to be a fashion icon and you are interested in fashion. But if you don't care, then it's fine. You can rock whatever. But now I am one who's sensitive on how they look, and I make sure that I look the part all the time. I look like I want to be on the runway every day.
So you gave us 2. So you gave us 2: dress for your body. Know which colors work for you or not. Number 3.
Know the colors, and remember again, it's the cut on how certain things are. It might look all gorgeous. The cut might not go with how you need to, you know, to look. You can't at all have certain things on your body that will make you look in a certain way, you know. And it's all in the cut. You need to understand it's all in the cut. So the good cut for your body, you must know with dresses, this is the cut I go for. With this is what I go for. Having that, it's also amazing. So that is the 3rd one. What is the 4th one? Another thing that people don't understand is accessories. They change everything. You can have a quiet dress, you put accessories, and you look extremely good. That also works. So because I'm one who's not really big on accessories, but I know how to tweak certain things to make what I put on to enhance it, So that's basically what happens when it comes to that. So yeah.
The last one.
We have the last one. Let me see. What is the last thing that I need?
Last one, yes.
What is it? Oh yeah, and I don't know really. I think if you get those, then you're good to go. Yeah. You can, I think you can get away with a lot if you get those things right. Yeah.
So Pam _ T1010 is asking, what is the inspiration behind the blonde hair? What's the inspiration behind the blonde hair?
Blonde hair says I'm bold. It says I'm bold. I always say when you have a blonde hair on, you are automatically, it's like a button that says go get it. I can't wear blonde hair first. I can't wear blonde hair and look like I'm not ready for anything. I can't wear blonde hair and not make sure, like it demands you to wake up to yourself. Otherwise, where you and when it starts wearing you, you don't look good. So when you wear it, it's more like it's more like the inspiration to say we are stepping out and we're gonna kill it and we're gonna get it and we're going for it. That's it. Because the minute you have blonde hair, you are easily spotted. The minute you have blonde hair, you get everybody says, you know. So for me, it was like I have this thing that forces me to say, you deserve. Go get it. You know, it's like a push. It's always saying, "Oh, you're not gonna let me down." So for me, it came with that. It's like it's bold. It's I can. This is my I can. You can't stop me. I can. Yeah.
So now another 5. Or let's do 3. No. I love the number 5. So 5 songs you'll never get tired of hearing. Like one of the 5 songs that. Yes. Which one?
Yes. Play me that song any day, any minute, we die. Zola is like the one. Then I've got Tanai. It reminds me of my family. You know, when we do the crossover. When I was growing up, ever since we'll play Tanai all the time. So the minute it starts playing, I think of my 2 uncles who have passed away. So it brings up such beautiful memories of them. So it's another song that if it plays now, everything stops. Then I just have my moment and I'm okay. And the other one that I will have, play me anything by Nicki Minaj. I'm good. Like regardless of how old it is and how recent it is, as long as I hear her, I'm good. We can I'm happy. Then I have a gospel thing that I have, and that is Kirk Franklin. Play me anything by Kirk Franklin. I will listen. I don't have a problem. I'm done. Like I feel he writes for me in a way.
He's real. His writing is very real.
He makes God to look like someone with like a second chance. You need to fear this man. No, he writes with love, grace, you know, God of second chances. Like you can try again. That's how he writes, and that's why maybe I relate to him, because it's more like that. Yeah. So I think I gave. How many did I give you? 3, 4.
4. One stimulator. Number 2, Tanai. 3, anything by Nicki Minaj. 4, Kirk Franklin. So
okay,
one more.
Let's come back home. I always have a battle between. Okay, let Vusinova, right? Now this is gonna be difficult. I haven't done. I've got Vusinova and I've got Kelly Kumalo. You pick. You pick. Like, how do I choose from them?
Kelly Kumalo.
She's got amazing vocals. You cannot go wrong. She takes a gospel song and you'll be like, wow. She takes a dance song and you'll be like, hey, but you know. So she's blessed with a voice, man. She's blessed.
But you also have a voice. So, you have a voice. I mean, you were singing. He's got the whole world. They were like, okay. So, are you ever gonna sing? Is that anything, or were you just like kind of just flexing a bit?
Let me tell you, it's quite funny that I never said. I don't think I'm your Kelly Kumalo, right? But in church, I used to sing in church. I was part of the worship team ever since, and I have a song with some people. It's a rap song, and I spit some bars on it.
Where's the song?
It even plays on Metro. It's everywhere. I don't know.
I want to check it out. I want to check it out.
I will send it to you.
Oh wow.
I spit some bars, but funny enough that when that happened, I didn't know I can spit. I was just playing, and this guy was like, no, we are doing. It's only guys. Actually, this is how it started. There were only boys doing it, and I'm like, how guys? You are rapping in Sipedi, and it's only guys. I'm gonna be in, and the number was supposed to be 10 because I asked to be in. Then it was 11, and I'm the only girl. So yeah, so I had some bars there. So I don't really think I am your Kelly Kumalo, but I a little bit. I can a little bit.
What's this? Mokete is asking, what's the name of the song?
Kerata Jwala by Mupedi, and it's a remix, so you'll see. Kerata Jwala.
So, okay, because everyone is like, send it to me, please, as well.
After this, go to my stories. I will post something there. Yeah.
Okay. And Sean Rivisi is asking, am I allowed to donate to your foundation as a fan?
You are. I think people are allowed. This is how I usually do. Let's say I'm going to some place in Tembisa. So I will just make sure that people know what we need. Because I don't want like ordinary people to be giving me money. I think I don't want it that way. So I'll be saying, okay, guys, I need sanitary towels. And everybody will be bringing, and I'll be picking up or sending my team to go pick up wherever you are and things like that. And if you want to go deliver with us, usually then we'll tell you and you go and deliver with us. And sometimes guys must understand that when it comes to charity, it's not something I flex on. That is something that is from the heart. So I don't even go sometimes. I send my team to go and deliver. It's not about being there. At first, when I started, I would enjoy taking pictures. But then I sat down one day and I was like, do I really want people to know that I'm helping certain people? If someone was to help me today, do I want them to take pictures of me saying they're helping me? You know? And it became a conversation that I had with Mahuta and Fed. Yeah, we had a conversation with Mahuta and Fed one day, and we went so deep in it that it changed the whole way of how I see it. If I am going to do that and cameras, I will ask those people not to show the people I'm helping. Show me at the door, show me knocking with whatever I'm carrying, but do not show people's faces. Like, I think people need that respect. If you're going to help me tomorrow, I wouldn't want you to go telling everybody that, yo, kifile Lethabo 5 rand. You know, so I had to grow to that level where I say, maybe it's not about that, you know, it's between you and those people. If there comes a time where people want to see what you do, especially when it comes to the job that I do. If, for an example, Housewives was to say, let's go and see what you do, I wouldn't want them to show those people. They might show but I wouldn't want faces jaba to ditwella, only because I just think I wouldn't want someone to come and tell people how they've helped me in my life.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, because sometimes I've seen it, and it's surprising that you feel this way. I've seen it sometimes, you see pictures on social media, and you can see the person who is posing with this person. Their face doesn't look happy. They're posing with you because you gave me this thing. You gave me, so I'm posing with you. But yeah, I get you. That's really amazing of you.
And I think it's really good for this revelation, because I know we're just sitting go studio in some point, and we're talking about, you know, things that we do that people don't know about. And they started explaining about how their charity, because we're talking about the Joy Foundation, and I was asking how I can grow it, how I can do certain things. And when they started going deep, I'm like, I don't get to see you guys do that. But for what? For what? So that I can, and we had, I will tell you now, we had a conversation that took like more than 45 minutes only on that part, to say sometimes, you know, it was because I had to play a devil's advocate. How, you know, you are encouraging other people to do it. You know, so it was just, yeah, but it opened my eyes, and I'm glad that when I came home and I was dealing with it, it came to a point where maybe we shouldn't go there anymore. It's fun to go, carry whatever you are carrying, and give them, but let their faces not show. Rather, you take a picture from the other end, and this person's face doesn't show. You know, just be strict on that. And that's the thing. It's not about flexing or no to mama. That is not, shouldn't even be like that.
Okay, we're left with 5 minutes. I'm just going to read a few questions here. Mokete is asking, when is your birthday?
March 25th.
March. Oh, so you celebrated your birthday in lockdown?
Yes, I did.
Is it?
I know. When I had plans, but hey, yeah, they were cut short.
It's better being alive. I always say it's better being alive. We can be on lockdown for as long as we're alive. Fortu _S Mgidi is asking, does your foundation partner with other foundations?
Yes, I actually did that quite a lot. I did with I don't know if these people will be very okay if I speak who they are, because remember, when I do certain things, sometimes I don't have the capacity, but I know people who have what I
Ah,
need. So I knock at those doors. These people I made relationships with throughout the year with my businesses, and so I'll just talk to them, say, "Come, let's do this." And this person will tell me, "No, I know someone with a foundation, and partner with them and do this." So I do not know if they will be comfortable for me to actually just say their names. Or
yeah,
you
we
know how?
don't have to.
Yeah.
No, we don't have to. And let me see. I want maybe two more questions. Because a couple of questions were going up as
They
oh
go
yes,
real.
Pam underscore T1010 is asking, are you gonna come to season 3 of Housewives? I think we've answered that.
We are
Pam,
done
you
with.
can. So what would you say? So this is my last question. What would you say is how would you like to be remembered when it's all said and done, when let's say you've retired from
Legacy.
entertainment, or yes, how would you want to be remembered?
I want to be remembered as someone who believed in giving people opportunities. When I
Mm.
say I want to do this school and teach our kids in the townships and all that, I wouldn't be doing it for me. They will not give me anything in return, but I want them to live their truth, live their lives, and accomplish things that they couldn't by themselves. I didn't get here because I was lucky. There are people who believed in me. There are people who said, no, but let's see, you know. And I want to be that person. I want to be that person who helped as many as possible. My day to day is to make sure that someone else gets better. It's to make sure that someone gets the opportunity. As much as you'll remember the blonde hair and whatever, but I want someone to be sitting somewhere and saying, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have been where I am now. And it must be with a great sense of appreciation. And they don't have to come and tell me, but just knowing that I've changed someone's life.
Would you go back to radio? Oh yes, this is a question that I actually thought about as I was starting, and someone just asked this. So Miss Lee, for you, would you write a book? Would you ever write a book? And if you would, what would it be about? So that's our last question. Would you ever write a book? And if you would, what would it be about? You see, from the look on your face, can I tell you what I'm thinking?
Please do.
You're probably writing a book, but anyway, yeah.
Molife, I'm not going to say anything. For me to say that, you have to give me or promise me a cover of Glam to expose myself to that level. Okay. So for now,
That is
for now, I think I can just say I told you guys that I used to put my thoughts on record, and that
yes.
is that's my answer.
I totally get you. Lethabo, thank you so much for joining us. Instagram will cut us off in any second, but I'd like to say thank you for joining us. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. Totally appreciate it.
Thank you so much. This was a beautiful event.
This was really good. And to everyone who joined us, thank you so much. The interview will stay on the Glamour feed, so you can go back, look at the interview and all that. But yeah, totally appreciate it.
Great. Thank you so much for inviting me. And for everyone who joined us, lots of love.
Thank you, thank you. Bye, Lethabo. Don't forget the link for the song, please.
I won't. It's coming.
Please, please. I want to listen to it just now.
Okay, great. I'm
Cool,
sending
cool.
it right away.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay, bye.